About a month back, we talked about a new lawsuit filed against Diddy by an anonymous accuser. Now she is still anonymous, but there were two unnamed celebrities also mentioned in that lawsuit. One of them is just revealed to be Jay-Z. This alleged victim was 13 years old at the time of this incident. It was at a VMA's after party in the year 2000. As I said at the time, and I will repeat again, I have no idea why a 13-year-old girl would be present at a VMA's after party at any point. Mm-hmm. Where are the parents? This is a travesty in and of itself. She was drinking, and allegedly, after having one drink, she found a bedroom to rest and was followed there by Diddy. And these two unnamed celebrities, one of them female, and one of them allegedly Jay-Z. People are saying the female celebrity is Beyonce, which would track if this is true. They followed her in there, and Diddy allegedly held her down, and they took turns assaulting her while the female celebrity watched. And now this accuser is an adult and is ready to come forward with these allegations. This was filed back in October. But now that Jay-Z has been revealed to be the other unnamed celebrity, he feels it's his time to publicly respond rather than ignore
and
the allegation.
One of the big things in this whole situation is that it is still an unnamed accuser. Mm-hmm. That's a big part of this.
The craziest part, by the way, of that filing is the accuser claims that Diddy grabbed her and said, "Are you ready to party?" That's the craziest part, I think, that stuck with me after reading through it. But anyway, over the weekend, Jay-Z released the following statement and then promptly deleted it, I assume after his lawyers told him to. But here's what he said. "My lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a quote-unquote lawyer named Tony Busby. What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. No, sir, it had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So no, I will not give you one red penny. These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? These alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case. This lawyer, who I have done a bit of research on, seems to have a pattern of these types of theatrics. I have no idea how you have come to be such a deplorable human, Mr. Busby. But I promise you, I have seen your kind many times over. I am more than prepared to deal with your type. You claim to be a Marine. Marines are known for their valor. You have neither honor nor dignity. My only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims, and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Children should not have to endure such at their young age. It is unfair to have to try to understand inexplicable degrees of malice meant to destroy families and human spirit. My heart and support goes out to true victims in the world who have to watch how their life story is dressed in costume for profitability by this ambulance chaser in a cheap suit. You have made a terrible error in judgment, thinking that all celebrities are the same. I'm not from your world. I'm a young man who made it out of the project of Brooklyn. We don't play these types of games. We have very strict codes and honor. We protect children. You seem to exploit people for personal gain. Only your network of conspiracy theorists, fake psychics, will believe the idiotic claims you have levied against me that, if not for the seriousness surrounding harm to kids, would be laughable."
I don't actually think he understands how many people are ready to believe this. Like, the amount of people, again, this is tied to Diddy, and nobody's giving Diddy the benefit of the doubt these days. Like, it is, from what I've seen online, there's been, look, this is not the Johnny Depp case where people were looking to push back against the claims that
public opinion is not on his
public
side.
opinion is not on his side. I can't pass judgment one way or the other because I have not seen the evidence. I don't know what is true in this case. All I can speak to you about is what the goings on are online, and the goings on are not that, you know, he deserves the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
Whatever you make of that.
And even before Jay-Z was named in this particular lawsuit, he was still being named all over the place in speculative social media posts regarding Diddy's accusations. Because they have been friends and colleagues.
Lots of people said
decades.
Like, if you think Diddy's bad, wait till they get to Jay-Z.
Especially like Jay-Z and Beyonce as sort of a criminal power couple. This is the image that people have built up in their minds, and not one that I necessarily disagree with because I don't know. But here was one of the responses on Twitter. That message Jay-Z posted was condescending, narcissistic, and used victim blaming and gaslighting rhetoric, and he never not once said that he didn't do it. I hope he goes down bad. So that's true. In that entire statement that he posted at Tony Busby, he didn't deny the allegations.
Did he victim blame?
I didn't see that either.
He seemed to be focused on the lawyer, not
I didn't see that either.
On the lawyer. There's no victim to blame because the victim has not been identified yet.
Mm-hmm. But he didn't outright say, like, I didn't do this. He actually just did a character assassination on Tony Busby. Not saying things we haven't thought of before, though.
Yeah.
Because this guy, Tony Busby, this lawyer from Texas, he has filed, like, over 100 lawsuits, over 100 civil lawsuits against Diddy at this point. And the way that he's going about it is he is asking for settlement payments first, proceedings later.
Yeah.
Like, if you pay out, you can get off scot-free. This isn't going to become public information. That's definitely a coercive tactic. And I just was confused because he seemed to appear out of nowhere and suddenly represent all of these people. There are so many Diddy accusers at this point. It's countless. You could fill an auditorium with Diddy accusers, some of whom are credible and others are not, inevitably. Yep. Some of them are fakers. So Tony Busby actually posted his own response to Jay-Z after the Roc Nation posts. He posted a picture of himself, actually, in his Marine uniform. He said, "Recognize this guy? This is a picture of the Weapons Platoon Commander, Alpha Company, 1st Battalion, 4th Marines from our Old Western Pacific cruise book. Despite a coordinated and aggressive effort that has included harassing my kids, contacting my clients and former clients to encourage them to sue me, contacting my colleagues or former employees asking if I have abused them, showing up at my current employees' homes to harass them, filing frivolous cases against me and my law firm, defaming me with outrageous assertions to anyone who will listen, and having mysterious people follow me and my family, I'm still that guy. I won't be bullied or intimidated. People will see through this effort to discredit me and my clients, and the truth will be revealed. I also won't allow anyone to scare my clients into silence. Sunlight is the best disinfectant, and I am quite certain the sun is coming." That sounded like that one like Navy SEAL copy pasta that was like, "What the F did you just effing say about me, you little bitch? I'll have you know I graduated top of my class." Like, it literally sounded like that copy pasta.
And now, in response to that, Jay-Z's lawyers are talking about how the identity of the accuser needs to come out.
Right. Jay-Z's lawyers are pushing for Jane Doe to go public, and most of these accusers are still anonymous.
Jay-Z's attorney, Alex Spiro, or is it Spiro? Do we know? I've seen that name before. Filed documents on Monday morning asking the judge to make the plaintiff reveal herself in the docs obtained by TMZ. He says, "Fair is fair. It is not consistent with justice, fairness, or the rules governing federal proceedings for the plaintiff and her counsel to smear Jay-Z's good name."
I would also like to know who the unnamed female celebrity is who watched this happen.
Is that one going to come last? Is that the last name that's going to come out?
Like, she was either a witness or some kind of complicit actor in the situation. Yeah. If it happened at all, who knows?
All of it is just so it's just so gross and over the top that it's hard to believe. But again, I don't know how to pass judgment on all of this one way or the other, because it always comes back to what people think of them. It's very hard for me to say that, given that I've never met the guy and I don't have any, evidence to the contrary other than what has been said about him in the past. Now, I know that there's been a lot of stuff said about Jay-Z, about how he came to be as famous as he is. But with Diddy, the thing that really, really turned for him was the video in the hotel. It's very hard to come back from that video and have people be like, well, it's all just a smear. Because then people see that video and they're like, look, I'm not giving you the benefit of the doubt.
But also, that video aside, public opinion was already against Diddy before it came out.
Yeah.
And there are plenty of guys who beat up their girlfriends and they aren't pedophiles.
But the point is having it against your, like having that on record makes it very hard to get the average person to go to bat for you.
I do just feel like there is a lot of moral equivocating happening here and things are already getting way too muddled. Like there are all of these engagement bait posts about Jay-Z now claiming, like people are claiming that Jay-Z is like confirmed a predator against children because he met Beyonce when she was 16 and he was 28?
Yeah.
And they allege that Jay-Z was a predator for that reason and that he groomed Beyonce into their relationship.
I mean, knowing her prior to her being 18 does kind of fall in line with how people will take that.
All of that aside, like that was extremely normal back then in the 90s. Regardless of anything, I don't think it's like not weird. I definitely think it's weird, but you are equivocating in that circumstance, like him marrying her when she was 18 to him
or dating her when I don't know when they got married.
Whatever, like dating her when she was 16 to 18. And this alleged incident involving a 13-year-old child, it's like,
yeah,
I don't know, like let the accusation stand on its own.
Yeah. Instead
of adding all of this other stuff.
One of the big things that was happening last night is there was endless threads about Jay-Z's behavior going out on X,
right.
Talking about his the things he's done wrong in his life. Look, I also saw 50 Cent got in the mix and said, he goes, is the Super Bowl still happening? Asking for a friend. So given that he's loved to watch the downfall of Diddy, I hardly doubt that he's above wanting to see the downfall of Jay-Z as well.
I forgot. So Jay-Z had the Super Bowl halftime show?
Was that him this year? I don't remember.
But like this upcoming one?
Was that him?
I don't remember now.
But the point is a lot of people are already discussing this, and it's going to get messy. It's going to be a whole thing, and this isn't going to go away. This isn't going to just disappear overnight, not with it being tied directly to Diddy, which is going to be ongoing for years to come.
Right. Do you think that Tony Busby is sketchy?
I mean, the sheer number of people makes it seem hard to believe that he's not, like, is the idea here... He
cannot possibly be verifying all of their accusations.
It's enough to put the radar up, to put the antenna up and be like, this doesn't all seem on the up and up. But given that we can't know that outside of just, covering the broad strokes of the facts here, and all I can really focus on is what the public sentiment is going to be. And it seems like right now, being tied to Diddy in the way that he is, it's going to be very hard to keep public sentiment on their side. I saw more people seemingly concerned about how Beyonce would come out of this than caring about whether Jay-Z was okay.
Well, she has her own allegations too, which we have talked about. My personal opinion, though, knowing what we know about celebrities, I disagree with Jay-Z. All celebrities are the same. And I don't trust any of them.
No, I think what he means is like, he's not just a celebrity. He's a businessman and an entrepreneur and one of the richest people in that industry. And he's not going to just cower and do a little payoff to clear his name. I think that's more what he was saying.
But the way I mean it, at least, is all celebrities are the same. They are cut from the same cloth in that they have no moral compass. Yeah. And they do engage in deviancy most people can't imagine and have never even witnessed. And I would not put it past him, is all I'm saying. Not that I know one way or the other. We still have no idea who this person even is. But I just have a feeling that Jay-Z has skeletons in his closet. That's not that much of a stretch.
I mean, it's also, look, to get to that level of success, there's usually... something. Look, that's what that's what literally everybody was saying about what happened to the insurance the insurance CEO. They're like, you don't get to that level of success without, skeletons.
Some corruption.
Some corruption of some sort. Whether that's true or not, I don't know if that's true of that guy. I just know that you usually don't reach Jay-Z's level without stepping on some toes. I'm not even saying crimes. I'm saying just hurt feelings, bad business deals that went your way and not theirs, all of which can add up to people having sour grapes. Or it could be worse, and you could actually just be an awful person.
Yes.
And there could be those types of skeletons.
People who have their evil eye set on him.
There are different types of skeletons in this case.
Right.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.